show how we can actually convert a fisheye 360 video to a equirectangular format so that you can actually edit it in After Effects or Premiere in other programs. So let's get started. Let's go into After Effects. That's the program we're going to be using here. So there's some processes that we can do within After Effects without having to use any of the custom plugins. And so I'm using After Effects 2019, but this will actually work quite effectively in any of the other programs, previous versions. So let's just close off the welcome screen. So the very first thing I'm going to do is bring in the file. So I'm going to go to File, Import File, choosing my 360 video format. I'm going to create a composition and hit Open. So as you can see, it's in that fisheye format, so it makes it really hard to sort of work in that 360-degree video editing in, say, Premiere. So you've got to convert it first to an equirectangular. And the way we do that is that we're going to go and apply an effect, and that effect is under Distort, and we come down to polar coordinates. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and convert our polar coordinates and basically flatten this out. So if we go to 100%, make sure that it's polar to rectangular in its conversion, and we can see that straight away we've flattened that out there, but it looks a little bit, sort of distorted at the moment. So what we're now going to have to do is go and convert our composition to composition settings, and what we want to do is actually have it set for a 2:1 instead of a 1:1 ratio. So the way we do that is in our width, we go and put in the asterisk 2. So that's a little bit of maths that we can do in there in After Effects. That will straight away convert it to our right format. Let me undo that. Composition settings. Make sure that you've got the aspect ratio turned off. It's a really important one there to do. And I will leave that in my recording just to remind people not to do that. And so straight away you can now see that we've got our setting up there. So now what we've got to do with this is this layer, we're actually going to transform it. And so we've got the layer transform, and then this one here we're now going to say fit to comp. And there we've got that. Now we've nearly got a little bit, because we did the polar coordinate, the effect actually makes everything appear backwards. And so if you had some text in there, it would actually be written around the wrong way. In this case here, obviously whoever owns this house might find that things are around the wrong way. So again, we go back up to layer, and then we go to transform, and we flip on the horizon, so flip horizontal, and we've got our format there. Now obviously the next stage we could do is we could go and crop this area down here if you didn't want to actually work with that. But effectively we've now got it in the right format for us to use in other areas. So with this camera here, it doesn't actually have a full 360-degree view, because if it did, we would actually see footage down into this lower area, which we don't. So that's quite simple, the process there. If we did actually have some offset issues, we could also use the offset under effect, and then go to distort and offset. If we use that, then you can actually then change where the position of the camera is focusing on. But again, I think that's given us a very quick and easy way of converting our 360 fisheyes to a equirectangular format. And now if I go to File, Save, obviously my project, if I ever want to come back to it, so we've got that happening there. So save that off. So then what I can now do with that composition, I could add this to my Adobe Media Encoder queue and export that out. And then again we can start working with it. The other one you could do is go down to export, and we could actually either add it to render queue there, Adobe Media One, or export it to Adobe Premiere project there. I hope you've enjoyed this little mini tutorial on how to actually convert your file from our fisheye, which looks like this, to converting it to something like this.